Welcome back, everybody, to the third episode, I believe it is, of Beholder Blissful Sleep. In the last episode, we installed quite a few cameras. Unfortunately, we still haven't installed any on the Simmer's apartment, but besides that, we are in a pretty good place. We did collect the DNA and are now ready to go again. My cat is thinking of sleeping. I guess. Yeah, that works. We still want to get some cameras in Khan's apartment. Oop, he's drinking, he's smoking. Also, by searching all the apartments, we got a lot of information that we really want to send to the ministry, because that's going to get us quite a bit of money, and more importantly, it will give us more than a bit of reputation with which I intend to buy the cameras we're missing. So how about we get right at it? This will also help us a bit and get us a quick overview. Profile a tenant. This is Maria Schimmer. She's in the first apartment. She's female. She lives with Klaus Schimmer. She is a literature teacher. And I found out coffee, correspondence with foreigners, amateur theater, and her diary, I believe this is. Dreamer nature, okay. We'll send that straight out. And we will immediately follow up by profiling her husband, about whom we know less, but that's okay. His wife, he is an economist, he likes to play chess, and he's a smoker. Oh, I know. As I said, I feel like once I'm done with this, I'll have known a lot of things. This is apartment 2, right? Yes, apartment 2. She's a female. She lives not alone, but she lives with multiple people. But she's not married. I'm gonna put it like this, and because there's two, you know, so. We have Marcus living in 2. He's male, even though it says with her mother, but with Louisa, and he is, well, he's a child. Stays home. Here. I'm gonna leave the workplace for a moment and we'll get right back to it, but what do you want, good sir? Hello, my name's Hector. I'm the manager of this apartment building, for now. Good afternoon, Comrade Hector. Murray Gibbs, Staff Sergeant, Infantry Regiment 10, reporting. I was honorably discharged due to the loss of an extremity at the southern front. I've been temporarily allocated here. It's nice to meet you, Staff Sergeant Gibson. What do you need, man? What do you need? Murray, you look tired. What's up? I don't know what to do. I've been a soldier all my life. It's all I know. When I was discharged, it hurt more than losing my leg. The only thing giving me a purpose in this life was my work at the canteen. That was the only place I could still feel alive. I could talk with fellow soldiers, listen to their stories. What happened to you? I just found out I'm not getting an apartment or a pension. After Johnson arrives, they'll write me off and take away my work permit. I was betrayed. I don't get it. Why did they throw me out? It was different at war. It was kill or be killed, and your fellow soldiers were your family. Well, it's still kind of kill or be killed here, right? I have no one here. On the battlefield, I drove a tank. They trusted me with equipment worth millions of dollars. Well, between meals, of course. Can I help you find a job? I doubt you'd find anything for this old veteran, but feel free, Hector. Okay. But he's going to leave now. Okay, I already put everything in his place, so that's okay. She's also leaving. I could use this moment, and I think I will. I'll feed the cat while she's leaving. Here you go. And then I'll immediately break into the apartment. No, don't. I could. I do have the 500 to spare at this point. I'm supposed to know everything about the people who live in my building. It's my job. Fine, I was married once, but it didn't work out. Why? I was a good girl. He was a bad guy. I fell in love with a fool. We were such a cliche. It wasn't anything like in the movies. He refused to settle down. All of my attempts to create a family environment for us angered him. Besides, my ex-husband was involved in illegal cockfighting, while I happened to be a well-bred lady. That was a deal breaker. Once we were divorced, I realized I was financially dependent on my husband. Is this why you work as a model? Yes, I have to earn my own living. It's not so bad. George is a kind man. I do think he's in love with me. That makes me feel sorry for him. You feel sorry for him? Isn't being loved a wonderful thing? Yes, but only when it's mutual. I'll never be able to love someone again. Poor George. Yeah, well, people gotta live with that. That's just how it is sometimes. So she's leaving west. He's getting hammered again. So I think we got time. Both is similar. The problem is that the little simmer, he found me quite a few times by now. So I don't know how often I can be found until I get fined for it or something. I still want to send out the reports I had about other people, because there's still some money to be made, but for the moment I think we're okay-ish. My cat's thinking of mice. Hello. I'll introduce myself. My name is Hector Medina and I'm the new building manager. My name is Carson Megarian. I'm an alternative medicine professional and an honored healthcare worker in our great nation. Alternative medicine, oh my god. I'm here to attend the medical academic conference. I'll be sharing my experience and expertise. It's great to finally have a doctor as a tenant. My services are by no means cheap. I do only photodiagnostics for free. Is that possible? Nothing is impossible for a man like me. I've spent many years opening chakras and developing the mind's eye. Oh my god, I want to punch him in the face so much at this very moment. Pardon my ignorance, but what is alternative medicine? Alternative medicine is healthcare at its most advanced. Traditional doctors and the medications have missed our people for decades. Medicines like aspirin and antibiotics don't help people, they harm them. But antibiotics have saved lives. They're the only remedy for infection when the body can't heal itself. You see, you're a victim of the propaganda. All the so-called drugs only interfere with the human biofield and hinder our connection to the universe. See, I was kind of hoping that in this dystopian future, at least this scourge we're rid of. Alternative is based on the theory that there's no need to treat the body. You only have to release its internal reserves. Our world contains endless sources of energy. You just need to learn how to tap them. So how do you open these reserves when a patient is seriously ill? It's simple. You have dozens of cumulative ointments and balms which are guaranteed to restore anyone to health for a substantial fee, obviously, but they shouldn't only be used if fasting and urine therapy don't help. What, did you say urine therapy? What, are you surprised? The human body contains everything in order to heal itself. See, if you've ever been to a former USSR country, I mentioned in my Jalopy walkthrough that I've been to Eastern Europe a couple times, actually quite substantially, and they actually do use urine therapy. Like when they have something in their eye, something, they put urine in and they go like, yeah, this will help, this will help. I can see the people in our country, like the elderly people, I mean young people tend to not do that, but I can see the people in our country accepting the idea of curative fasting, but drinking urine, are you serious? The problem is you're stuck in your outdated understanding of medicine. Why, you probably think vaccinations are a good idea. Well, yes. What's wrong with vaccinations? Again, this is an important discussion to have about delusional people thinking not vaccinating people is acceptable. But that's not a dystopia thing. Like, that's nowadays. This is a problem we are actually facing. Thankfully, due to the shortage in this country, more and more citizens are turning to alternative medicine. Yeah. I kind of want to sue you. I'll frame him and have him arrested. Can you make a love potion for that guy? Could you help me with something? I have a friend who's hopelessly in love with someone. I don't believe in love potions, but he's desperate and willing to resort to any method. I'm sure he has one because he can charge for it. And these kinds of people, they don't have a soul. They will sell you anything as long as you pay. But I'll need a favor in return. What do you want? My research on neurolinguistic programming and aromatherapy symbiosis is quite expensive. I'd like you to help me make the money I need. Of course he needs money. I have a box of my patented anti-itch tinctures, but I can't sell them to people who are feeling fine. I need to create a market for them. How are you supposed to do that? I have an old blanket filled full of bedbugs from my last residence. I cut it up and put the pieces into plastic bags. You place one bag under each bed in your building, and when your tenants start to complain, I'll sell them a tincture. Are you crazy? That would be a horrible thing to do, not to mention illegal. Come on, de jure, it would be nothing more than a petty offense. A petty offense? Yes, and I'll pay you handsomely for helping me. Pull this off for $3,000. After I sell my tinctures, you can call the exterminators and arrange to have all disinfected. Is it a deal? Fuck you, man. I'm not helping you, and I'm definitely not hurting all of my tenants so you can make a quick buck. Okay, that's your choice, but don't expect me to help you anymore. Well, I don't expect you. Also, there might be an apple in your apartment pretty soon. Someone's getting arrested, and it's not gonna be me. I don't want to hear about all this. I've heard about the Blissful Sleep procedure. What a sick procedure! It's excellent, such an inhumane solution to the challenge of old age. Elderly people could take part in experiments. Just imagine the resources that are wasted and the discoveries we could make. Just think of all the potions they could test. The good thing is that these alternative medicine potions, they tend to have so little actual stuff in them that you could actually just test it on old people, because it's basically just water. But, I mean, this still is a terrible thing to say, but it's water. I need to help Hector. I'm on the verge of something great. Did you find a cure to some horrible disease? In a way, yes, I suppose. And do you know what's in my way? What? A stack of mice. Mice? Are you insane, Van Megarian? I have no time for jokes. I'm deadly serious. I need a stack of best field mice. I tried using white lab mice and regular rats, but that didn't work. I need field mice. What do you want from me? I saw your cat carrying one of those and allowed myself to take it from him. That's exactly what I need. I'm sure you could pick up the mice your order catches and bring to me. But he eats them. If you feed your cat properly, Hector, he won't eat mice. He just bring them home as prey, and that's the hunting instinct. Well, I am feeding it, so I guess that works. I mean, I still don't want to do it because I don't want to help him. Because I think he's a terrible human being. Find mice. Okay. I'm too good of a person. I'm gonna go check if they're selling items that no one has claimed for more than 5 years. Then 57 black umbrellas, 16 bags of spoiled food, and more additional information is available at store 8. Landlord is coming to the city to perform it for Pirates of the Sea show. The trouble will cast the local actor in the role of a pirate. Auditions are being held now. The quarterly Labor and Defense Award are over. The ministry is 1,783 certificates of approximation and 6 vouchers for vacation centers. Only will reveal the terrible consequences of the 50 propaganda machines the ministry recently deployed. The loud sounds have cracked the windows of countless apartments, buildings, and confidential sources tell us more than 200 people have been hosted as a result of related injuries. Remember, in the last one we actually had one of these in front of the house. And yes, it was super annoying. I don't want that, I want to read that. Bumpy Road's Traveling Theater is casting... Here we go. Pirates of Sea, the Skitchen edition. Family of this and sailing trips far away waiting for you. Should we call? Greetings. Psst. Do you sell something that could care? Man. I could buy a ukulele, but it was too expensive. I want to get something cheaper to get rid of that goddamn doctor. I could have broken in during that time, but it's okay. Doctor, I'm gonna search you now. Just cause I hate your guts. I need to know. You know what I realized? Well, Red Cavern, it was super expensive, remember? Chicken Manischek. Tobacco. I don't actually know where this wannabe doctor is at this point. I'm assuming he's in the kitchen. I really want to get a better camera here, just so I know where my people are. I feel like I'm handicapping myself here. He's probably coming with that, so I need to hurry now, but if I remember him... Ooh, the liquor. I'll use one to blackmail him and I'll use the other one to evict him, just because they're small people. I don't want to know more about the other people. Bye-bye. Right now I don't really have something to do. They are at home, so I can't do that. So I'm just gonna profile more tenants at this point. I'm sure we need the money sooner or later. So Rosaranek. She lives in 3, I believe. Yes. She's female, she's married to Mark Rannick, and her occupation is unemployed. And we'll profile... he's not even worth profiling. I don't think I profiled him. So... Jacob Manischek, who also must be facing tragedy because he lives alone in the next game, if you remember, in the main game. So something must happen there. He lives with Louisa. He's a chemistry teacher. And here, ooh, so much good things to tell. Georges de la Tour. He's male, he lives in 4. Yes, he lives in 4. I have all this good stuff. It's not his marital status, but he does live with someone. But I can't pick that, so I guess he lives alone? He's an artist. Oh, here. Jean Ern. Anything I need to look at? Yes, my cat. Kitty kitty. Here's your food. Meow. Wanna maybe give me your mice? They didn't spend any time scratching the gyro. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, he's struggling, but you can kind of see why, right? Like, I can see why this guy is unhappy. Not much to do, so I'll keep profiling. You can see how much money this is getting us, so... I think it's worth the effort. I mean, it's not a whole lot of effort. This is quite quickly. And do feel free to pause and see if you like some... if you want to know a bit more. I'm not going to go through every single thing again, because most of them are obvious things. So... Where is he? Here's De La Tour. She is an engineer. But... I thought she needs to model now because she can't care for herself. Anywho, we have the crazy man. Let's blackmail him first of all. He lives in 5. You directed 6012 on 2nd of August. I will also profile him. Oh, lives in apartment number 5, male, lives alone, and he's a healthcare worker by a rather broad definition, let's say. Okay, he's gonna pay us now. I still feel like getting a better camera, but we're not very good on reputation, actually. I'm not happy with that. So I'm just watering the plants. Ooh, look, there is money there for no reason that I have something to do with. He's burning the paper. Let's hope he's not burning the portrait of our great leader, right? Okay, we're fine. I think both of them are out of town, and the little girl was hit by a car, if you remember, so... A little boy? I think it was the girl. They had a girl. So we are okay. Did I search this? I searched this apartment, right? I'm pretty sure I did. Well, I'm gonna say yes. So what do is greatly? He wants to find him a suitable job. I could probably call someone for the parents thing, right? Probably should have done that a long time ago. Dial the number. Request for status for personal profile. The minute. Yeah. Adoptive parents calls and Maria Schimmer, date of adoption. Biological parents, no information. Search the DNA. Yeah, I don't have 2000 authority points. So that's a big one. Call Bruno Hempf. Comment Hempf, I have a personal request. Do you realize making personal requests to a state official is considered an abuse of authority? There's no room for anything personal in our great state. Everything is for the communal good. I'm sorry, I won't trouble you again. You give up too easily, Medina. The communal good requests of the happiness of every citizen. And I can tell you you're not after personal gain. What is it? And I can tell you're not after personal gain. I need to know who Zlata Shima's real parents are. You see, she was adopted. Zlata was hit by a car recently and needs a bone marrow donor. She was adopted? Oh yes, I remember that very clearly. Ha 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 ha. So, information is expensive, Hector. I'll give you what you're seeking in exchange for something else. What do you want me to do? Not you, Maria Schimmer. I'd like her to do me a personal favor. Arrange a rendezvous and I'll bring you the information. What? I don't understand. Of course you do, Medina. You're a grown man. Tell Maria I'll be waiting for her in my apartment. If it makes her feel better, tell I have champagne and fruit. But that's an outrageous abuse of authority. Doesn't that go against the best interest of our citizens and state? Oh, Hector, I do not separate myself from our great state. What's good for me is good for the people and vice versa. So enough chit-chat, get back to work. But she's married, how could I even bring that up? With your mouth, Hector, that's what normal people use to communicate. Her child's life is at stake, she'll do anything. Is it? And if she becomes stubborn, remind her that she got through it the last time when she was adopting the girl. Remind Maria that I was the one who helped them get that child. To satisfy their selfish desire to propagate, I had to deprive another family of its happiness. My heart still bleeds when I think about that. Goodness, you have them. You gave them someone else's child to satisfy your lust? I don't like your tone, Medina. All the way you're twisting the facts. I hope that childless couple have a child, thereby creating a functional social unit. That's a fact. Is there any other way? Why am I wasting my time on you, Medina? Don't answer that question, it's rhetorical. There's another way. My nephew graduated from the Cattle Breeding Institute recently. He needs a good job. Klaus works at the Ministry of Finance, but they're not hiring, so encourage him to create a vacancy. How could he do that? What happened to your imagination, Hector? He could give up his job, so my nephew could have it. So Klaus quits and passes the torch to the younger generation. Then perhaps I could help them out. Is that all you can offer to the Shimmers? Well, they could give me money. We're always short on liquid funds at the ministry. I'd need 150,000. I just wanted to say I could pay it, but now stop getting on my nerves. I gave you 3 options. Wait, I need to choose? Why can't I ask them and they choose between this? I'm gonna go with this. I don't assume he has around 50 grand. Where would he get that? And I don't think I can get it. And this is just so wrong on so many levels. This can't be. So I'm gonna go with the job. I'll tell Klaus he needs to quit his job. I don't know how he'll survive without his paycheck, but I suppose they have greater concerns. He'll easily find another job. I'll see to... Don't worry. Okay, I'm going to make a quick cut here, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a great one. Bye-bye.